everyone, my name is Diana Vitasari from Universitas Airlangga, Surabaya. This is my reading report book 2 of this semester. The book title is The Things You Can See Only When You Slow Down by Haemin Sunim. The book is written by a South Korean writer who is also a monk, Haemin Sunim. The world is moving fast, but that does not mean we have to either. This book invites us to realize that when we slow down, the world will slow down with us. The Things You Can See Only When You Slow Down contains several short essays and aphorisms from various features and scriptures that can be a reflection of life. This book contains 8 chapters that describe areas such as relationships, love to spirituality, contains clues to prosperity and happiness, emphasizes the importance of forging deeper relationships with others, and caring more about oneself. His way of conveying the message in his book is through a series of sentences that are presented to encourage contemplation, with the hope that it slowly sinks in and the reader will find himself spoiled for fun with colorful visuals. An epic collaboration between the author and the illustrator that to produce a beautiful work that creates a calming impression when you see it. The first chapter contains the theme of rest, create human worries that have become part of modern life, about the process of finding a way to balance and inner peace in the midst of the various demands of life through simple things, such as resting and building good relationships between people. Mistakes are a valuable lesson in life, a process to find a truth. Bring yourself into awareness of moments, emotions, and thoughts. Just focus on it and let it all go away on its own, observing thoughts and feelings to be able to better control themselves. Process negative emotions into other energies. Take a break from the chaos of the world that does not give room for silence. Haemin wrote this book based on the background of his personal experience, which is very relevant to human life in general. One example is when Haemin got his first job as a lecturer at a university. He was very passionate and excited. At that time, he gave many additional assignments to other professors, held meetings with his students outside of study hours, gave assignments to keep journals, to assign it to do meditation. Haemin's expectation is that other students and professors can be enthusiastic about learning, just as he is passionate about teaching. However, it actually backfired on him. The reaction of the students and professors were the exact opposite of his expectations, which was to be dispirited. The story is relevant to what some have experienced. When what we think is good, and with the impulse of our ego we do it, but produce undesirable results. Because of ego, we sometimes forget to think about other aspects, not thinking about aspects of other people's capacities to accept and deal with what we do. After the first subchapter, rest, the next subchapters are respectively entitled Mindfulness, Passion, Relationships, Love, Life, the Future, and Spirituality. Each section contains reflections on all areas of the life we are living, starting from work, relationships with yourself and others, the future, and others. We know the world only from the window of our mind. When our minds fall apart, the world will fall apart. And when our minds are at peace, the world will also be at peace. Knowing our minds is the same as trying to change the world. When someone's trust is broken, we must stop and rest, hang out with loved ones, and take care of ourselves. Forgiveness is something that must be done with the thought that it is done for the good of oneself, not for the sake of others. We can share our enthusiasm harmoniously and effectively when we can counter our excess passion, because the important thing is not to be right, but to be happy together. Rest, even for a moment. Taking care of ourselves physically and spiritually is the most basic thing to be able to survive life, because the center of our life is ourselves, and the only person who can control and change our lives is only ourselves. There is one sentence in Hamin's book that strikes me personally. Here we go. When you speak ill of others, it hurts you more than anyone, because your negativity is loudest within you. That part really affects my current mindset. Pain will feel more painful than it should be when we choose to enjoy it. In the sense that we acknowledge that it hurts, and that makes the pain even more intense. Negative feelings in ourselves will only harm us. After that, I decided to reduce the negative talks in my mind and started enjoying life more leisurely. Happiness comes to those who are good at being grateful. Gratitude for life is one of the positive steps in life, although not necessarily happiness comes after. However, slowly the soul will feel calm and far from disturbing feelings. Basically, negative thoughts will only be a burden for us to move on. That's enough. That's my book report of this semester. Thank you, everyone.